Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, and today we're going to be doing a Walking Dead review. I haven't done one for a while, and this one is a comic book series one. It is the Series 4 Carl Grimes figure. The reason I got this instead of the TV series ones is because the more recent, older version of him just doesn't come with a weapon, I don't think. It comes with like a candlestick and whatever, and I just don't really like the clothes that he's in. The other one I do like, but I just don't really like the way that his face is painted, whereas this one, it has the great, awesome comic book look with the sheriff hat and everything and his coat and stuff, with some great weapons, awesome interchangeable heads, and the face paint does actually look pretty good on this one. In fact, this looks so good, it looks more like the TV version, like an accurate representation of his face than the actual TV one does. And then on the back right here we have everyone else that came out in this wave. I have already done a review for this pincushion zombie, so the link will be on the screen right now and in the description below. So let's go ahead and get this thing open and take a closer look. And here's Carl out of the packaging, and this figure is really awesome, but I do definitely have some pretty major gripes with it as well. First thing, obviously, the figure is, a lot smaller than other figures in the line. For example, here is a Rick Grimes, which is going to stand off screen right there, but you can see the size difference to a regular figure. Carl is actually standing around about the 4-inch kind of mark, so he's a good amount smaller, so obviously you're not getting as much plastic for your money. However, with this figure you do get some really good accessories, and they're actually very worthwhile. So you get the rifle that he comes with, you also get this pistol as well. They're both painted in the same way, they're in a black, and then they have like a kind of metallic sort of dry brushing over them for some shading and detail. That's really cool. The heads that he comes with are just the blank one right here, which has a kind of derpy face, kind of cross-eyed right there, but we have some good paint on the lips and the eyes. Love how the jet black hair looks, that's absolutely fantastic. And then we have the gruesome head right here of his eye socket right there, that looks so cool. And then the next stage is this guy right here with it bandaged up. Obviously we also have the hat here as well, which has like a bite mark through it, which is pretty sweet, and the hat is molded to actually fit to the head in that particular way, so it actually stays on incredibly well. It's a nice push fit and will not come off. I'm just got him on the stand right here just so I can have him high enough to the camera so that you can actually see it head on, because otherwise it'd be a pretty small figure and all you'd be seeing is that angle right there. But let's go ahead and take it off this stand right now. This leg does kind of bend outwards a little bit. It also is a little on the loose side, so that can be hard to get him to stand, and that is one of the gripes with this figure. I do find him hard to stand sometimes. I think it's just because of how small these feet are. That's my second gripe. The legs look a bit too short for me, unless it's just how low down this jacket falls on him. But the legs are very thin, the feet are very thin, and also the hands are absolutely tiny, which means that he can barely hold the guns properly because his hands aren't big enough to really go around the grips, because these are the guns that are meant for the larger style hands. For example, let's just take a look at Rick's hand compared to Carl's. Now, I know that Carl's hand obviously would be smaller than Rick's, but that much smaller, that's like a baby's hand. Also, the joints here look pretty ugly in there. It's a different color to the jacket. It's just a plain up brown, whereas the jacket has really nice shading, so it definitely shows up, and I would have liked that to have been hidden a bit better. But other than that, the figure is actually really cool. So articulation wise, the head is on a ball joint. I can just go ahead and pop this off, and I'll put another one on there just so that you can see just how easy it is to interchange them. There you go. So obviously it can move all the way around, left and right, up and down, side to side pivot. You got the shoulders that come out to the side and rotate all the way around, and then you got the hinge and the rotation at the elbow, and then also the hinge and rotation at the wrist as well that goes up and down on both. We don't get any rotation or anything in the waist. The hips in here are just on ball joints, so they really only pivot around about that much and can turn, so that's pretty crappy. And down here at the knees we have the bend and the pivot just like at the elbow, and then the feet are on ball joints so they can go up and down, left and right, and have a tiny bit of pivot to them as well. So overall it's a really fantastic figure in comparison to other figures in the line. But I do definitely think that he could have done with some better wrists right there, and also the weapons, just being held in those hands a bit better if the hands were a bit bigger. But the shading on him and everything, the paintwork, fantastic. The sculpt looks awesome. It's just for me, this leg being a little bit wonky, and also just the feet and the hands being a bit small, just kind of throw off the look a bit. But I definitely think that this is the best Carl Grimes that you can get for your money from the Walking Dead line. He comes with some really cool stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. I definitely recommend that you go ahead and pick this figure up. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like, and if you want to see more pictures of anything else from my collection, check out my Instagram. It's Homerino123, and the link is in the description below. And for more Walking Dead reviews, go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.